Oh, hi.
Hi.
That was fast.
That was 1 minute goes by.
I wasn't even ready.
I was like, okay, I'm staring at my clock because we didn't have our go live, so I'm staring at my clock over here on my other computer. What's up? Hey.
I just burned my thumb.
Oh, the what do you call it? Downfalls of
smoking pot.
Name.
Being a pot smoker.
the one pitfall of being a pot smoker.
I think I left I'm using a clipper lighter for anybody that's not watching. I was using a clipper and I was heating my blunt wrap to like get it sticky, you know. And then the flame went out, and so then I went to go relight it. But when I did that, the wheel was hot as fuck, so I burnt the shit out of my thumb.
What's up, Nicholas?
What's up next? I'm number one.
Oh, you have blister on there already.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, and now and it's right there on your fucking thumb.
But it's okay. I have a blunt made with a hemp wrap.
Nice. Did this all come from your new box?
Yes, I just got my new box today because it comes in my PO box, and so I don't always get to check it. So today I'm trying these natural hemp, non-GMO, no tobacco, no nicotine, Karma hemp wrap. Am I going the right way? Karma hemp wraps. These came in my Daily High Club box today. So then I also use these things, which looked really cool. They're made out of they're crutches, they're filters, whatever.
Nice.
And they're made out of organic vegetarian wax.
How's it going with your initial start there?
So far, so good. There's no weird flavor.
Thanks for popping in. Have fun at the game.
Oh, have fun. So these are the crutches. They're made out of wax, and they have wildflower seeds in them.
That's so cool. Are you gonna? You should drop one also in in a pot next to your other pot.
Yeah. So I might throw it in my money pot one. My coin plant pot. I don't know, but it's got. Can y'all see it? I don't know if y'all can see. It's got like a little heart shape in there.
Oh, yep. When you go back to
yep, there it is. Mm-hmm. There it is. So it has a little heart shape in there, and that's the filter part, I guess. So
how inventive. Just goes to show that just because it's being done doesn't mean that it can't be done differently or in your own way. And so don't hesitate start your dream just because someone else is already doing it.
Let me tell you something. Burger King and McDonald's sell fucking burgers across the street from each other. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
I mean, we do have dispensaries at Starbucks, everything, all of it. So don't let that be one of your barriers or your hurdles, because I know I've done it before. I know I've said, oh, someone else is already doing it. They're doing it well. I don't think I should do it. And it's just an excuse. Yeah. It's just an excuse for myself. And I am a Gemini, so that's me bouncing from project to project or thing to thing that I like. Thanks everyone that's popping in. And for those that are going to join us later, you're listening to the Cannabis Closet podcast with Canna Queen and MJ.
That's us. I've spoken a blunt. I don't know what y'all are smoking on, but I hope it's something good. I actually made a salad.
My huge. Flour in a bowl.
I made a salad today. So this is what is this? This is Golden Goat.
Yum.
Boss Booty.
Yum.
My Boss. Watermelon Mama. And I think that's it.
I was going to try and make up a name, but you threw me with
the water belly baba. Yeah. Okay, so this is what I want to show. So since we have you all here, we're still doing our contest, but if you will notice the ticker below, for those of you watching live, ooh, that is a nasty blister on my for those of you watching live, you'll notice the ticker. It says Instagram on it. So we're doing the same contest for the giveaway of a glass piece, but we're switching it up. We're switching platforms. And the reason we're switching platforms is because today I went to our TikTok page, ours, that has very little growth. It has had some growth over the last few days because we've been advertising and stuff because we want to go live. But it hasn't really, like, we don't have that many videos up. It's not really gotten any violations, none of that stuff. So today I posted a video about this show, what time it comes on and what platforms you can find us on and how you can find us. And yeah, TikTok is caca. I agree with that. And that video went under immediate review. So nobody reported it. It went under immediate review. I was not smoking in the video. I had nothing in my hands in the video.
Didn't even use their own smoke filter.
Didn't even use, yeah. Last time I got a video taken down on my main page, on my page, it was because I used their smoke filter. They reversed that and still won't give me account access back. So I don't have a access to my account for posting videos on TikTok, my main account, until 10/2, which is next Saturday. And then and that violation happened right after I came off of a ban. And then today I went and posted 4 different videos on our account, on our TikTok account, the TCCP account. All 4 of those videos went under automatic review. I did the first video like I normally would, talking about it openly. The second video, I think I mentioned that you could find, what's up? I think I mentioned that you could find the link in my bio. So I mentioned Canna Queen DGO. That video got taken down. The next video where I was like, we're not posting anymore. This is the last video we're going to make. And I didn't mention anybody's name. I didn't mention any tags. I didn't mention anything like that. Automatic review. Then I posted a 15-second video. Similarly, no name, no nothing. Automatic review. Then I also posted 2 videos on my backup account. Both of those went under automatic review too. They were the videos that I'm talking about. So there was nothing happening in those videos. TikTok put me under automatic review. I already have a backup account. I'm not making another one. I'm not making another one. TCCP is our business account. We're not making another one. So if TikTok doesn't want us there, we're not going to be there. So we have a longer way to go on Instagram. However, Instagram, while they do censor some content, they're not as harsh on us. And I think we're going to have a better go at it. So we're going to promote our Instagram account, which is Cannabis Closet 420. You can also follow my Instagram if you want to follow me. MJ's more private, but I have a public account. So you're welcome to follow me, Canna Queen DGO. Anything that MJ posts that's going to be public is going to be on our Cannabis Closet 420 account. So don't worry, you're not missing out on anything. I promise you. She basically runs that account for the most part. Oh, you're muted, babe.
Sorry, I was coughing earlier, so I muted myself. Yeah. My personal Instagram is mostly pictures of my dog and some ex-boyfriends. So I know, that's all there is. And
don't post the ex-boyfriends on our page, but you're welcome to post the dog on our page. If
so, I thought about starting Lady a page called Lady Eats and record like a bunch of videos of her and pictures of her eating stuff. It's It's hilarious. Her eyes crossed. It's
Nugget has a page too, Nugget _adventures 521. But honestly, we'll post a little bit more of ourselves on our Instagram page so that you can get to know us a little bit better in that format, if that's what floats your boat and makes you happy. But we're not going to be posting on TikTok anymore. TikTok doesn't want us there, and we're not going to fight them on it. We're done with that.
No Kick Rocks, TikTok.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how I don't know. I've never, I mean, yes, Facebook censors us, and Instagram sometimes censors too, but I've never been censored like TikTok does. So also, I'm just going to put this in the comments real quick for everybody. If you guys want to join us on Discord, we're usually there in the morning. Sometimes we hit it up at night. If you're not familiar with Discord, Discord's just like an old style 90s chat room where you can talk to people via text, but we also have video capability now too. So we can get into a room together, bounce ideas off of each other, or just smoke a fat blunt and have a good morning. So if you guys want to join our Discord, that's a temporary, it's only good for a short time link right there, but feel free to join us in our Discord. We'd be happy to have you. So yeah, that's my TikTok rant. So we're going to try to get to 1,000 followers. The whole point, they're getting to 1,000 followers on our Instagram. Yes, we have quite a bit more of a ways to go on our Instagram. We started this contest and our TikTok was in the hundreds. Our Instagram has 30 followers right now. We will work harder to promote that page over the TikTok page. You can also find us on Facebook. Anytime you're searching for us, you can search Cannabis Closet 420, or you can search, thank you, next, or you can search the Cannabis Closet Podcast. So either one of those searches should get you where you're going. If one doesn't work, the other one will. It depends on the platform. YouTube, for example, the Cannabis Closet Podcast. That's how you're going to find us. But Twitch, Cannabis Closet 420. So it just depends on the platform and how we had to set that up.
And then look for our faces. You know, if you can't find us by searching and it's pulling up every single Cannabis Closet, look for our lovely faces.
Our faces. You can look me up too. I'm linked to all of this stuff. So
yes, she is so much better about all of that. I'm not have a LinkedIn if you want to reach out to me professionally. And even then, I think I have like 3 profiles, so I'm not really sure which one to check sometimes.
I also have a LinkedIn, but it's not under my, it's under CQLLC, so I think you can find me that way.
Right. So it's a name it and to claim it. Well, once we get to 1,000 followers, we'll go live somewhere and figure that out and give away.
We're going to be playing on there too. We're going to be playing with Reels on Instagram and trying to figure that out a little bit better because I think it's similar to what's going on the other platform.
How many of you are on Twitch with us? Like we tried Twitch for a minute and we never really tried to grow our Twitch either. So,
I mean, I feel like our Twitch grows pretty good every day. Depends on, I think, it depends on the platform that someone chooses to use, which is why we decided to come back to all 3 because some people aren't familiar with Twitch. Some people aren't YouTubers and they found us through their Facebook page. A lot of our followers found us through our Facebook page, honestly. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. When we get to 1,000 followers, we're going to have a name it to claim it. So start thinking about how you want to name. Thank you for the follows. I see y'all. It's popping up on my phone as we speak. I appreciate you. You like Twitch better than YouTube. I also agree that I enjoy Twitch's platform and the interaction. When we get our followers up a little bit more on Twitch, we will work on doing the interaction for you guys over there because I know it's a lot of fun to be able to like type in a prompt and that prompt comes across the screen and stuff. So I'll really work on that. I was working on that on my my Canna Queen DGO Twitch page as well. And honestly, you guys, depression hit hard and I was just trying to focus on getting what we're building done and getting through that depression. So I had to like choose one or the other. Am I going to focus on on Canna Queen and MJ, or am I going to focus on what Canna Queen needs to do on her own? And I chose this because we're a team and we count on each other. And we have a few endeavors coming up around the corner that is really important that I be present for that. So I made myself present for that. Oh, well, I'm glad the internet's back up. Hey, Marla, what's up? Any sports news?
Thanks for the feedback. Thanks for the feedback, Aj. I like that. Again, Twitch, Mart's sister's on Twitch right now, and so it's cool. Again, we'll start.
Yeah, it has some really good features. I
got overwhelmed. I got overwhelmed with all of the things to kind of produce, like feeling like you're producing a show.
Here's the thing. I think that if we had somebody who wanted to help us, who's good at coding and stuff like that, who wanted to help us set up our Twitch page, that we would have an easier and better time at it. But we have a hard time with that kind of stuff.
My niece might understand that.
Can you code our Twitch, please?
No, I'm just joking. My niece doesn't.
So, any cannabis sports news?
Cannabis sports news, sister.
No, the 49ers lost yesterday, and I lost complete interest in whatever else is going on in football this week. So we don't even need that. I mean, like, you guys, I was on the edge of my seat. I don't know who follows football, who doesn't, but I'm a 49ers fan. I was literally next. Did you see that stupid ass game last night? I literally cannot. I'm not going to complain about whatever. I'm not a football player. I can't do it better myself, but I was on the edge of, what's up, LaVon? Long time no see.
I popped in on your show the other day when you were walking around the show. Whenever I look at my phone, which is not as often, I do try to pop on your lives.
Yes. Cool. So anyway, yeah, I was on the edge of my seat yesterday watching that stupid ass game. Second half, we start fucking coming back, and then I'm like, we're gonna win this shit. All we need is a fucking touchdown. We could win this whole shit. And then they won it with too much time on the clock. Really? Oh, yes, thank you. That's not cannabis news, but that's important news.
Yeah, we were gonna talk about that. That was one of our talks.
Guilty. I believe I could fly. Guilty.
All right. So we, if you saw our flyers, we don't have a specific topic we're talking about. We're here winging it. We are winging it. I did get a lot of questions from patients this weekend about some of the laws that are going into effect in 2022 in Colorado. So I wanted to take a minute to go over those. So those that are listening can understand what is going on in Colorado.
Let's pause before we do any more news stories right now. I'm gonna do a disclaimer for everybody listening. Listen, we read news stories from sources that we know and trust. We read those news stories. Those stories don't necessarily reflect the opinions and views of the personalities on this show. You will know my opinions and my views on pretty much every topic because that's what I'm here for. That's also what MJ is here for. I always point in the wrong direction. Y'all know what I'm talking about, though. That's also what MJ is here for. So if you would like to know our thoughts and opinions on a story and we don't just come right out and say it, you can ask, but please don't assume it. And I just want to let you know that anything that we talk about on the show, we find that it's important to share with the public, because that's the whole point, is we want to educate the public on what's going on in cannabis. A lot of times when cannabis gets legalized or decriminalized in a certain area, then everybody kind of just goes back into their houses and pretends everything's okay and that there's nothing else happening, nothing to see here. And the lawmakers and people who are lobbying against cannabis and those types are guaranteeing that that's what happens, that you get what you want and then you ignore the rest of it so they can go about their business. And we're in the business of not letting that happen. And so we base our opinions and the stories that we share in science and in what resources we get them from, and if those resources are backed up by other resources that we trust. So we really do try to do our due diligence. And if at any time we make a mistake and say something that is false or doesn't have the whole truth attached to it, then we will come back here and hold ourselves accountable.
And please feel free to hold us accountable. Email us, contact us.
We would appreciate it, actually.
But this is, and
somebody posted a meme the other day that that the reason we fight so much is because we can't just, so many people are used to like this beat around the bush mentality. And I often attribute that, by the way, and I know you guys hate me for it, but I often attribute that to white culture. So when you think about professionalism and how you're supposed to work in the work or act in the workplace and how you're supposed to address each other and how we don't talk about wages and stuff like that, what's professional, what's not, and how we don't address things directly, that is, if white people have a culture, that's it. A lot of us listening right now, and like myself included, sat around tables where problems were ignored because we weren't allowed to openly talk about and discuss things. And I cannot tell you my grandmother didn't speak to her sister for some bullshit, and they didn't speak until the day that woman died. Like, her sister died, they never spoke again. And it was over something that they could have had a conversation about. There was like big misunderstandings in my family. We swept stuff under the rug. There were countless times in my childhood where my grandmother and my mother were not speaking. There were countless times in my childhood where my mother and one of her siblings weren't speaking, or one of her siblings wasn't speaking to her mother or something like that. And it's all because you can't come correct with people and just say what you got to say. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't add a certain level of respect and kindness to how you say it, because how you say things matter. But to be able to say things without beating around the bush, to be able to be direct, is not something that that people are used to, and we are at war because of it with each other. And when some of us want the same things and we're arguing about it, it's absolutely ridiculous. So anyway, I went on that whole diatribe to say to you that the expressions of others are not our expressions. We will tell you what we're thinking, and if you have any question about what we're thinking, ask us, because we're very transparent, and we like to be held accountable, and we like transparency. And with that, that's your trigger warning for the day. And
if you have counter articles, if you have other comment, again, feel free to contact us to interject on the show. This isn't I don't know, that's all I have to say about that.
And you don't have to be like polite, but like don't come hateful is all I'm saying.
Because I react if you come at me like an asshole, I'm going to be an asshole back. I'm sorry. I can take a breath for a minute, and it's retrograde. So let's talk about retrograde for a minute. That's why I'm not saying too much, because I'm going to say too much if I say too much.
Right. That's why I just wanted to let everybody know before we got into stories. It is retrograde right now, which probably explains the whole TikTok debacle too, but we're not coming back to TikTok, so that's over. Debacle or no debacle. Listen, I'm ready for this show and this retrograde. I have a blunt in my hand. I have my Dr. Dabber, and it's loaded. It's loaded with this stuff called Island Girl, and it tastes like strawberry juice. Like, it's so delicious. And then this came out of my Daily High Club box, but so did this. Look at this.
That is so pretty.
Isn't it so pretty? Oh my God, I love it so much. So I have this loaded. This is ready to go. And then also, if you guys have noticed in the background, I also have my Stunned in Glass loaded, because I have had enough of the day. so
I'm just going to continually puff on this. Ready. And so the old, I'm just going to read the article.
And if I run out, I have some in my tray ready to load up again. So, yes. What's everybody smoking on? Tell us in the comments. And don't buy any electronics right now. And don't get in fights with people without taking a breath first. Just take a deep breath. Maybe say, hey, let's take a second and take a breath and come back to this in a minute.
This article that I pulled up earlier, it says, this is the time to focus on our words. Revisit, redo, reassess, revise, retry, reclaim, re-envision, and retreat. I don't know if it's retreat or retreat. Like, do I like retreat? Like,
I think retreat. I think take a step back.
Pull back, or is this relax?
Listen,
like, take it.
Listen, I talk about this a little bit sometimes, but some of you who know me personally and some of you who watch us know that I'm polyamorous. And so I've been educating myself more and more on what that means for me, you know, as I get older. And this is something that, you know, I guess it's kind of new for me. So I'm just like seeing what it means for me. And so anyways, I'm listening to a lot of books and reading a lot of books and stuff like that. And what reestablish, I like that. And one of the recommendations when you have multiple relationships is that you schedule time for whatever it is that you need. So sometimes you might have to schedule time for an argument, for example. And nobody ever thinks about scheduling time for an argument, right? Because I guess we don't probably want to like have this anticipation of stuff. But honestly, I don't think it's a bad idea because it gives
to write letters. I'm a letter writer.
Me too. I like to write it down and then present it. Yeah, because I like recover also. I like to write it down too. I'm a letter writer too. I have gotten up in the middle of the night and like left the bed, the coupled bed, to write a letter because I'm just like, everything is in my brain right now. And if I scream it at you right now, it's not any of it.
Oh, I'm too impulsive. I'm too impulsive. If I'm emotional and angry and sad, whatever I'm feeling, I've said this a lot. I'm a cut my nose off to spite my face person. I will.
Right.
I will regret it later. I will regret it later. And I will, try to stitch my nose back on, but I will chop it off again later, like, and I know it's not the best trait. I know that, like, I can see it coming. And so it's like, okay, yes, take a breath.
So take a breath. So
I'm too old to be chopping off my nose again. Like
some of y'all may not believe in this stuff, but I honestly, I have noticed changes, and I've noticed changes when I'm manifesting and when I'm paying attention to stuff like this. And so this current retrograde, Mercury retrograde is in Libra right now, and Libra is about balance, right? So it's really a lesson that we're learning if we're paying attention, is things that we should do all the time, but we should especially do them now. Read the contract twice, breathe, and take a step back before you speak. Especially when you're angry. But this whole idea of like scheduling an argument is really intriguing to me because, like you, I like to write it down. I like to get my thoughts together. I like to, cause then what happens after the argument? Everybody in the comments, you already know this, but go ahead and tell me what happens. Oh, wrong way. Go ahead and tell me what happens after the argument. After you've had the argument, it's over now.
I don't remember what I said.
You've made amends, right? Not only do you not remember what you said, but then what are you sitting there doing? Like, I should have said this, but you can't say it anymore. The argument is over. So this idea, and if this works for your friendships too. So when I say multiple relationships, it could work in any of your relationships. You want to give that person that you love the time and respect that they deserve for resolution. Ooh,
it's kind of what resolution. It's kind of why I like the Marco too, is that you can say what you need to say, like live, and
I've had an argument with my husband over Marco Polo.
Yeah, but and we work back and be like, no, you said, and so for me, it's like things will fall out of my mouth that I don't want to fall out of my mouth, or at least in the way that they fell out of my mouth.
Yeah.
And, that is the taking the breath, but sometimes it's not, in that moment, the breath isn't there. And so that is the lesson, right? That's what we're learning to do.
You know what Marco Polo enables you to do? This is what Marco Polo enabled me to do. Because I have a really hard time with not saying it right when I need to say it. So when we were having a discussion over Marco Polo about something, I could listen to his message in parts and respond to it in parts. So he would say this thing, and then I would say, yes, well, here's what I think about that, or here's my counter argument, or yes, I agree with you, or no, that's not how that works, or whatever. But I could respond in that time without interrupting him, which is rude. And I tend to do because now I have a thought in my head. So I need to share it with you. So I like that. And actually you and I use it for that too. Like one of us will come on and go into our whatever diatribe, right? And then it enables the other person who's listening to stop and then respond to that. So I don't forget what you said. And then I can address each and everything without you feeling like that's the hard part about an argument is that I want to get everything out right now. Right. So I'm going to say everything before I let you say anything back to me. And then you're going to say everything back to me before I get to say anything back to you. And with that, then number one, it makes us want to interrupt. Right. But number two, if you don't cover the full subject matter in your response, right, then were you even listening? Well, yeah, but you just talked for an hour. So, you know.
Yeah. So
I like Marco for that.
Take a breath. Remember your RE words. I think, but yes, resolution. I like the re-envision. Reaffirm.
Reinvent.
Mm-hmm.
Redo. We're supposed to grow and change. Sometimes, our leaves fall off and we don't get those leaves back.
I saw a meme that was like, it was like fall leaves, and it's like, watch the fall leaves teach us a lesson.
Yeah.
Of letting go.
Let go of the things that don't serve you.
And and you're going to grow back. You're going to grow back, and you're going to be green again. You're going to grow back and be green again. Yeah, exactly.
We all go through cycles in our life, and we go through them several times. And so I'm going through this weird cycle in my life. And I remember going through something similar in my mid-20s. Now I'm in my mid-40s now. So this is 20 years later. I feel like a similar sense, but I have to handle it differently because I am, first of all, I'm not the same person I was in my 20s. Thank God. Take a breath on that.
I mean, I was a little more calmer. I was a little more calm in my 20s, but
I wasn't. A lot of
shit has happened since then. So
I was way not calm in my 20s. Let me tell you how many of you would absolutely never speak to me if you knew me in my 20s. So yeah, no, I'm a different person in my 40s. So where I'm handling, and even some of the things that I'm going through are similar to things that I went through in my 20s, but because I'm a different person, I can look at them differently and handle them differently. It's very nice. So
yeah, I mean, yes, in that sense.
This is your therapy hour with Canna Queen and MJ.
Hey, I mean, at one point I did want to go through and be a psychologist, or it's like, like I was on that path and then didn't. So
I have a psychology degree. I use it to understand how to communicate better with people, but I do not use it and to understand myself a little better, which is, I mean, the catch when you're a psychology major, you think about yourself a lot in those moments, like
self.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I knew I didn't want to listen to somebody like me cry about their bullshit problems, saying, my problems aren't bullshit to me, but they might seem so to somebody else. And so I wasn't about that. Like, but I've used my strength, I've used them to commit to my strengths and to, like, when I'm building a team, for example, I might ask them to voluntarily, I never force anybody to voluntarily take an off-brand personality test. And my only goal is to understand how I should communicate to that person so that they can do their job in the most effective way possible. That's my only goal. That's it. That's what I want to know. It's a very effective tool to understand how people communicate and what they're, elephants weren't meant to climb trees, is all I'm saying. Everybody learns things differently. Exactly. Everybody learns things differently, and people absorb information differently. And it's really important when you're building a really successful team to understand people's strengths and weaknesses so that you can put them in those spaces to either strengthen their weaknesses or utilize their strengths, depending on what's necessary in the moment.
And I think that's what a team is for, and why we have, Odge, if you're still here, tell your mom it's okay. Like, then tell her to just turn on the podcast if you're near her. She just called. So I just told her to join us. So I'm texting as I'm also reading an article over here about our Colorado regulations. So
okay, yeah, let's get into the serious stuff because this is happening.
I mean, and I'm sure we'll interject with all the other things that we always, it's a big circle for us. Mm-hmm. Circle conversation.
I'm glad you said it that way.
So this article is from, hold on, let me make sure I'm on the right one. So, oh yes, new Colorado law limits purchases of high potency concentrates starting in 2022. The aim is to decrease teens' access to pot products. And this is from the Denver Post. So,
pause. Denver Post, please stop calling it pot products. You're part of the problem. Okay.
No, and it also says marijuana concentrates. I just omit whenever I'm, but so Denver Post, Cannabis.
Yes, cannabis is the word we would like to see.
Saja Hindi. If I mispronounced your first name, I apologize. From June 24th. So HB 21-1317 was signed into law by Jared Polis, our governor. Mm. And it's going to affect the recreational use. And so the purchase limits for concentrates like wax and shatter will now be 8 grams per patient, 21 and over. This is 2 grams for those 18 to 20 years old with some exceptions. And so 2 grams for patients 18 to 20 years old. A fifth of what it used to be.
Everybody else can get 8 grams?
8 grams per day.
Per day. Okay, so I will say, I don't know how I feel about that one, to be very honest with you.
So let's sit on it. Let's sit on it.
Concentrates are a different animal. I think 2 grams for 18 to 20 just because they're younger is garbage.
Let's let that resonate.
But the amount before was 28. Oh no, it was 56, right? You could get on the medical side, you can get your
whatever the equation was for.
So the equation is 1,000 milligrams equals 1 gram. Okay, but when they talk in concentrates, they would sell 1 gram of concentrates, and you can get an ounce or 2 ounces rather on the medical side, 1 ounce on the adult use side of flour, or the equivalent in concentrate. They changed. Now the adult use side is lowered. It was lowered. I don't know when they lowered it, but it was already lowered.
I'll see if it notes it here. I would have to go.
I think it was already lowered to 8 grams, but now they're saying that on the medical side. So previously, you could get up to 56 grams of concentrate if you could afford it, based on the medical law.
Based on your recommendation from your practitioner.
So that's the limit is 2 ounces. And that's 56 grams.
And that's not even with an increase. So patients are still allowed to have an increase.
That's your limit. If you don't get anything else and you only get grams of wax, you can get your limit. And now what they're saying is your limit, your 2 ounces is equal to 8 grams. That's what they're saying.
So this is a purchase limit. I need to look into what happens once you get it home, how it's stored. They talk about that, then they turn it into a carry weight, and what happens when, So
I think that's carry weight. I think that's that's purchase weight.
Purchase. So, but my patients, if they have 2 ounces, can they carry that, with?
I think they would have to just carry the 2 ounces with them. And they could only transport, I would say, 2 ounces at a time, I would say.
Right. So it does say that dispensaries also will be required to use a real-time state database to make sure people don't go into another dispensary and purchase more than the daily concentrate limit. This has not ever been, they've not been able to cross-track since,
No, our program doesn't have that for those of you in other states.
So
this is new for Colorado.
This will take effect January 1st, 2022. And it does note that it's going to make it harder for people ages of 18 to 20 to get their medical cards. And the Colorado School of Public Health is charged with analyzing research related to the high-potency THC cannabis and concentrates and creating an educational campaign.
That's coming.
Mm-hmm. The bipartisan bill passed the legislature with little opposition from lawmakers and was championed by parents and physicians who spoke about the effects of high-potency concentrates on children and teens. Bill sponsor Representative Yadira Caraveo, a Thornton Democrat and pediatrician, called it an important step for regulating an industry that agreed to guardrails and hopes other states will learn from Colorado's experience after legislation. How about speaking to the patients?
They don't ever talk to us.
How about creating a program where, we recommend patients do a treatment tracker when they are, to build the medical necessity so these assholes can't tell us, yes, you can, yes, it does, or no, it doesn't help you. Hey, Libby. Hey, Lisa. That's Poopy. Hey, Trisha. We're talking about Colorado. We're talking about Colorado regulations that are going into effect in 2022. The prime thing is to reduce the access for teenagers so they can't get their hands on an incredible amount of products and very concentrated products that they can give or sell to people their age or younger who don't yet have access to the legal market because they are not 21. Okay, well, this is education. Talk to your children. Shut up.
Hold. What are you accusing people of? What are you accusing young people of? Huh? What are you accusing people of? Number one. Number two, are we going to call these people adults, or are we not going to call them adults? Because I don't even agree with this 21 and up law if you're going to go and let them sign up for being military or a police officer or have to pay taxes. You can't smoke cigarettes now if you're 18 to 20. I mean, I have not now. And I mean, I guess it's always going to be the argument. I mean, for forever in life, that I don't understand the 21 and up rule. If the rule is 21 and up for certain substances to ingest because safety and minors and brain development and all the arguments you want to make, cool. Then they don't have to pay taxes. Also, they don't have to go, they don't go in the military, none of that. None of that. You either treat them like an adult or you don't treat them like an adult. I mean, it's just, don't, you can't, like, why you're having it both ways? I can't talk about it.
Yeah. So that's really the part that I was wanting to highlight for some of the patients that have been asking. There are some additional, I think some's maybe going into effect, but
yeah, we're talking about the US though, Trisha. So in the US, I mean, I know overseas, I mean, when I was 5, people were delivering beer to my house and just dropping it off at the door when a 5-year-old answers. So in Germany, so it's just, it's just some antiquated BS that we want you to go die for this country or volunteer to at the very minimum, but you can't drink a beer or smoke a blunt. What? No? What? I don't get it. And let me tell you something. The military makes you want to drink a beer and smoke a blunt. I can tell you that firsthand knowledge. It makes you want it. So,
let's see. Different Colorado, kind of on the other side in regard to goings-ons in Colorado. It's a Westward article. This is more for the adult use. But Denver Inn with haunted past plans to apply for, even Westward is still using the word marijuana.
I don't like it.
License. It's like,
it feeds the stigma.
And okay, anywho. The Patterson Inn is currently a hotspot for ghost tours and could add a lounge if the owner gets what he wants.
So this is a good story. There could be a lounge, and this is in Denver, right?
Yes. Okay. This was an article from August 26th by Thomas Mitchell.
Okay.
We gotta give credits. The Patterson Inn wants to become Denver's first hotel with an official consumption lounge, and the owner believes he's in the right spot to make it happen. In 2018, Chris Chiari purchased the Patterson Inn, an old mansion with a haunted past at 420 East 11th Avenue, with the intention of turning it into a cannabis-friendly hotel. The Patterson was zoned as a multi-unit property, making it ineligible for Denver's cannabis hospitality licensing program, but that didn't deter Chiari. He pressed the city to rezone the Patterson as a mixed-use property, a move that the Denver City Council approved on August 23rd. And then it goes on to talk about how the hospitality of cannabis has gone off to a slow start in Denver after the legalization in 2012.
Well, yeah, because right after legalization, they didn't change the terms. Like you can't, like tourists still couldn't, and in some spaces still can't smoke or have any kind of vape or anything like that in the hotels. They don't allow it.
Oh, so I guess it's saying on April 20th, the Denver City Council approved to overhaul local cannabis social consumption rules. So starting in November, the mobile lounges, dispensaries, cafes, yoga studios, hotels, and other qualified businesses can apply to the city for a cannabis consumption license, and Chiari believes he'll be ready for his hotel.
Okay, good.
I wonder, and so this is just for Denver. If I guess in the individual cities, different municipalities, you would have to figure that out.
Yeah, so if your city doesn't allow it, then your city doesn't allow it. And usually Denver, like the big city is the first, and then the smaller towns surrounding follow suit.
Or to go, yeah.
Yeah, they want to see if it's going to be successful in the big city first.
As the money follows, it's like, oh, things, okay, we see change.
Oh, look how much money that's bringing in, exactly.
And I wonder how it affects the bars and cannabis. It's always
they're not gonna like it.
No. It's like, can you open a spot up next door? Can you have a smoking section like 2 4 6? So
that's what I was thinking too. I was thinking maybe like it would have to be separate from the drinking area. It would have to be maybe a private lounge where you had to like pay a membership to get in. Perhaps. What's up, Schnooks?
So that's
Yeah, so I was thinking about that kind of stuff. Yeah, well, right now, first of all, the bars that the bars that aren't going to flip or try to do this are not going to be happy with this. The bars that are going to try to add this in are going to have a hard time because of the whole cannabis and alcohol rules that we have in our regulations. So those regulations would have to change in order for that to even be allowed. So yeah, they would have to. I mean, similarly, how some of these dispensaries have done a CBD store separately for people who are just looking for CBD. But honestly, I don't know. I think those are hit or miss because people come from out of state to get the real stuff. They can get CBD in their state. So I don't know. I don't know if that's.
I think that I know there was a facility up here that was going to do that. They have their one on the Green Mile, and they were going to open up a CBD shop in Main Vale. And then it was pandemic time, and so they scrapped the idea, ended up just doing a straight, CBD bar in their adult use side.
Right. I think I mean, some people are looking for that, not looking for the THC content. Some people still got to go work at jobs where they can't test positive. So there's some market for it. I mean, I'm sure some of them are successful. So there's people still looking for it. And maybe because it's attached to a cannabis shop, it holds a little bit more weight than what they can find in, their Texas town or whatever. But a lot of people are just looking for the real deal,
Yeah, I mean, yes, exactly.
But also, if they go to a bar and the bar is serving something that has CBD in it, then they would buy. I think there's a huge market for that because they're always looking for the products. But if they're in a bar, CBD would be the product that they could get. I think people are into that. I don't know. I could be wrong about that altogether.
Yeah. Okay. Well, oh crap, what happened here? I was going to read an article that my sister sent me. Let me go back to our conversation.
I'm gonna smoke the world. Everybody, load it if you got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pivot and go to this one. It goes to Florida senators probe delayed licensing of Black medical cannabis farmer. This is a ganjapreneur.com article, and Ganjapreneur used medical cannabis farmer. September 27th by Lucas Barfield. So, Florida lawmakers questioned the state's medical cannabis program director last week about the multi-year delay in licensing at least one Black medical cannabis farmer, which was required under a 2017 law. A group of Florida senators questioned the head of the state's medical cannabis licensing department last week about the delay in awarding a cannabis business license to a Black farmer. Spectrum News 13 reports. Florida has issued 22 medical cannabis licenses so far, but under a 2017 law, officials are required to issue only at least one initial license to a Black farmer. The state, however, has so far failed to follow through on that mandate. The plight of the Black farmer so that's just a quote that's highlighted. I'll get to it. In response to the senator's questions, Chris Ferguson, director of the Department of Health's Medical Marijuana Use Division, said the delay has to do with litigation surrounding the license application process. We are still preparing the application process. It's very comprehensive, he told the committee. However, the legal challenge Ferguson mentions was resolved in May when the Florida Supreme Court upheld the state's vertical integration market model. Seems like this delay that we're talking about is totally unnecessary, says Senator Perry Thurston, Democrat, during the committee hearing. The medical cannabis law in question is tied to Pigford versus Glickman, a 1999 landmark case in which Black farmers sued the U.S. Department of Agriculture claiming discrimination. The plaintiffs won in federal court, but the case is still being played out in federal and state agriculture policy today, according to every CRS report.
Did they win?
And evidenced by Florida's current medical cannabis licensing situation.
I can't stand y'all, Florida. I can't. What is wrong with you? One, first of all, you wrote into the law one. You wrote one into the law.
Out of, what did I say? 12, 17? What did I say? 2017 law. Issued 22.
They, out of 22 licenses, they only have to issue one to. Are you kidding me right now, Florida? And you can't even do that?
I mean, how did they license these other farmers? But it's such a hard process for.
No, it's not. It's not a hard process for them. It's
very comprehensive. Shut up.
One was written into the law. One was written into the law. One. That's. Yeah. This is why. Okay. This is why representation in the room is important. This is why representation in the room is important. A bunch of people who look like me sat around a table and thought one was a good idea to write into the law. That's enough. Listen. Who told the joke? I don't know who told the joke. I shouldn't tell the joke if I don't know who told the joke. But it's like one is my limit. One is my limit. I have Black friends. I have one. That's my limit. Right? Don't nobody take that out of context. I swear to God. Don't take that out of context. You know what I'm trying to say. It's just crazy to me that a bunch of people sat around and said one was enough. One, like, clearly in a place like Florida, who can't even approve one license, one after they've approved the others. The law needs to be written in. That was beautiful, and you should say it loud.
Remember I told you, like, this, I have this thing like in my shoulder, and it's honestly like releasing some air in my chest. So sorry. I was like, how well can you hear this?
Yeah, very, but it's fine. I mean, they literally had one job to do and they can't do it. And they're making excuses that aren't holding up for why they can't do it. And I can't understand why anybody sat in a room and thought one was a good idea. It like honestly, did you want to put a number on it? Half and half. Half and half. Only 50% of the licenses can go to white licensees. And the other 50% of the license have to go to, minorities of color, by the way.
Minorities of color.
White women, get in line with the white men. You're in the 50%. And they get their own 50%. If that's how we're going to do it, since you guys don't want to give people that are not white an opportunity without having to write it into the law, I don't want to segregate us. I don't want to do that. I want everybody to have an equal opportunity. That's poor choice of words. To have the same opportunities that I have based on the merit of the jobs that they are doing and how well they do them. But the cannabis industry and every other industry has proven time and time again that they're not giving a fair shot to people who don't look like me or my male counterparts. And so because of that, laws have to be written to include everybody. And y'all sat around a table and said one's enough. That's fair.
I hope maybe some farmers get together and maybe sue. Can't they start like a lawsuit and try to change it? I mean, I believe that's I think that's what they did to open up some of the additional licensing. But for medical.
How does that even make sense to anybody if you're going to give an equal opportunity to communities that are not considered majority communities? You have to give them half. That's equal. Like, what are you talking about right now?
Going back to real quick, I clicked on another article in Westward that in Aurora, there's a winery-like lounge awaiting approval. So based on that change in the law,
let's keep a follow-up and find out the name of that place and see what has. Let's
oh no, it's listed here.
No, I'm saying let's like
no, yeah,
and contact and see how. Yeah, let's have the conversation with them. Let's invite them over. Let's invite them over. Can I just say that half for white owners, okay, and half for everybody else still isn't even fair. Okay. Oh, it's 4:20 on the West Coast.
Woo, thanks, sister. Keeping us nice, freshy. Where's my Litru? I'm exhausted. I did have clinic yesterday, and I got up super duper early and drove to Steamboat, and then drove home. I got home late. Well, not too late. We ended clinic early, but it was still a long day.
If there's anybody new watching or listening and you haven't figured it out yet, I am always on the side of including everybody, and I am always going to tell you the honest truth, and the honest truth is that people who look like me get everything. Can we talk for a minute about this is trigger warning. Trigger warning. If anybody that I am close with has a situation where their daughter's boyfriend came home without them, put me in, coach. Okay? Number one. Everything we do in this country revolves around people who look like me. I am so sad. Can we mute?
Mm-hmm.
I am so sad that they did not find that girl alive, Gabby Petito. I am so sad about that. That absolutely. And I don't have no kids, so trust when I tell you, your kids, my kids. I'm coming. Put me in. I'll drive the car. I don't know, whatever I got to do. There are so many missing and murdered Indigenous women nobody has been looking for days and months and years. There are so many missing young Black men and women in this country that nobody even knows are missing except for their families and people in their neighborhood, maybe. And nobody's looking for those kids, and nobody's looking for those little girls. There are so many missing brown girls and boys in this country, and nobody knows their names and nobody is looking for them. And I am saddened by Gabby Petito's case, but the amount of coverage she got and how quickly that happened, that should be happening for more of these missing boys and girls and women and men. And why are they only getting attention when we say, oh, glad you found that little white girl. Can you look for my brother? Can you look for my sister?
We don't have the resources.
They don't have the resources for anybody like that.
Always an excuse or blatant ignoring. I follow,
I mean, come
followed
on,
the Standing Rock
America's daughter.
movement.
Why would you
Now,
say that? Why would you say, I'm sorry. Why would you? I cannot get around. I cannot. It's 2021. Y'all don't see it? Like, y'all don't see how absolutely ignorant you sound. And the reason we do this show is because that ignorance is happening within our industry. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Are you kidding me that you can't understand how ignorant that sounds when you write that in an article or in a headline, America's daughter? Because America knew about her. Because you blasted us with her face. And the second I saw it happening, I said something about it, and it continued to happen. And then not until she was found did we start seeing more stories about these other missing women and children. Like, oh, well, we found her, so now we can refocus our attention on your Black and brown children.
Oh, and it's not even that. They continue to evade and not do it. So that's the problem, is there are people that are looking, not the ones that are going to do what they did for Gabby.
It's the most disgusting thing.
And I mean, when I was as I followed Standing Rock, it led into that. That's where I learned more and more about the Indigenous women that have gone missing throughout their reservations, where oil operations have popped up, and those men live somewhere. Borders, so it's.
Can we on our next show maybe gather some of that information that we see like on Facebook or whatever, and just do a quick little slideshow at the end of our show next time that includes the names and maybe like posters of some of these women? Because I mean, I'm not going to sit up here and complain about it and not do something about it. Absolutely. So
you can totally do something like that.
The least we can do.
Oh crap! I was going to say something. It just trying to say it before I forgot, and I still forgot it. So fuck.
It just ties it. I mean, like this conversation, it just ties into what we're trying to say. I mean, that was a very serious example of how we do this in America, right? But when you sit in a room and say one is enough, you contribute to that kind of behavior and culture. Somebody sat in a room and decided what little girl was more important to look for over other little girls. Who do we have the resources for?
Someone asked, someone posed a question of what was going on, so everyone could get distracted by this, that they're doing, somewhere else. Like
they were changing tax laws is what was going on.
Oh yeah, we only can talk about that in terms of pay systems, PayPal, Venmo. If you're using the Cash apps to exchange, borrowed money or payment for services, or not even services, like say
a gift.
A gift. You liked my necklace, and like sold it to you for $5, whatever. Like, they're going to start taxing you like it's income.
Yep.
What if it's not income?
1099.
What if, what about goods, like garage sales? Are they going to start get garage sales or cash only again? Can't use your Venmo or anything like that. And then are they going to start? I don't know.
Yeah, no, it is this. Listen, I say this sometimes when I'm about to say something that I think sounds crazy, but it's maybe not crazy. But I've been saying this about the coin shortage thing too. I don't think there's an actual coin shortage. Are you kidding me right now? I mean, come on, there's not a coin shortage.
I don't know. Yeah, coin shortage. What the?
I don't. Whatever. I get coins back at the dispensary who's cash only. They don't seem to have a problem with getting coinage. I don't. What are you talking about? You know, I don't get it.
I have a stash of coins.
So I'm just, that's a bigger issue, but it's suspect to me, the whole thing. And so that's what they were doing when we were looking the other way and chasing around the country. This white boy and this blonde, little blue-eyed, beautiful young woman. That's what was happening. They're changing the tax laws. And so look into that, especially if you're a 1099 employee. Well, really, if you're anybody, if you get money on Cash App or Venmo or PayPal or anything like that, you should definitely look at the new laws.
Does that include Zelle through Wells Fargo? Like, so because like my sister and I, we pay bills together. I pay a bill, I send her money. She pays a bill, I send her money. That's not income. We're paying bills. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if
she get.
I don't know if you get like a write-off,
or
I don't know if there's like a loophole of. I don't want to call it a loophole because it's really not. But like of like whatever you put in the memo, like as a gift or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I don't know. Just a reminder for everybody that we are no longer going to do the TikTok thing. I posted 4 videos with nothing in them. This wasn't even set up behind me at all when I posted that, and those videos, nothing was on the videos. There were videos where I didn't even say the words cannabis podcast. I didn't say those words, and they still put them under automatic review. 4 videos in a row on our channel, 2 videos on my backup account. So pretty much done with TikTok. They don't want me there. I'm not going to beg to be somewhere I'm not wanted. We might use it like to make videos, use the interface to use. I don't know if that's the right words. Anyways, we might use that to make videos, but I think we're going to check out Reels, which is why we have our Instagrams up here. The Cannabis Closet 420 Instagram and Can Queen DGO Instagram. Feel free to follow us. I also will put in the comments here is our Discord. If you guys want to join us in Discord, we're usually there in the morning hanging out, working out, or just chit-chatting. Sometimes our workouts are chit-chatting. So join us there. Be kind, no hatefulness.
And
let me light this. I know everybody's waiting to see it. So
I forgot you had that ready to roll.
Yeah, I have the torch.
The Stundin.
Here we go. This is you have to be very good, good at multitasking and stuff.
No, I would not. That's why just let me hold the hose.
Look at it.
It's on fire. Yeah, I can't. The thing's blocking it.
I'm taking this out. That one's on fire. It's a lot. It is a lot. It's okay though. It's pretty good. I like it.
It's lovely.
Thank you for the follow.
Thank
you, everybody.
I'm so extra stoned. Sorry.
Yeah, you are. That's awesome though. Anything else? Do we want to talk about?
Puff and tough. I don't think so. As far as any other articles, those were just the ones that I happened to scroll by or that sister had sent.
Thanks, sister.
Thanks, sister.
Let's do it again.
Let's do it again. Do it again.
Do it again.
It is pretty. The wall mount that they have for it, can you take it on and off the wall mount, or is it like stationary? Like you have to set it there. Like it is what it is.
I think you could take it off the wall mount though.
That's nice. That would be cool. I mean, that's cool. Like, then you're not having to worry about.
I think I want to do that.
Have to think about where you want to do it.
I know. It'd have to be near the desk for sure.
Mm-hmm. Is there space behind you, like behind the window? Like backside, like
right there beside the window, probably. And then just use the hookah hose. I'd have I'd have to have Macbeth dressed like all in black and then like with black gloves and then like flip it.
Spinning it.
Light it. Yeah. So that he's not on camera, but then he's like spinning it. How funny would that
be? Yes, we can have cannabis karaoke.
Singing into it.
I will lip sync. I am not a singer, but I'll lip sync.
You know what you were saying?
I'm a backup singer. I am not a singer though.
It depends on where I am. I'm a singer at a concert. Sing at the top of my lungs.
Yeah, in the shower, in my head, in my car.
She's witnessed it firsthand. I'm on the edge singing. And I sing in the club when I'm dancing. Yeah. And I'd be like, "Who there it is?" And in the car, I'm a singer, and in the shower, I'm a singer. And I don't do karaoke like on stage, but I do help the singer sing. I do that.
Yeah, that.
Or I'll do a duet from my seat. You need to give me a microphone if you're doing it too. Maybe I'll think about it. And it's probably only going to be Don't Stop Believing by Journey. And that's it. Thanks for the follow. So that was tasty, and I burnt that bowl out. So I'm pretty happy that I loaded everything. Oh, the only thing I didn't smoke today was the Dr. Dabber. So I should take a hit off of that before we leave.
Cool. I'll go ahead and hit this again.
You're like, cool, I'll hit the bowl again. It's Monday, and this is what
I've been quartering my bowl, so I'm just getting my greens on my greens.
Aside from this show, like I've pretty much been off today, so that's my reason. Yes.
I have to sit down to do follow up.
I have to go to sleep in a little bit probably because honestly I have been in immense pain all week. Thank you.
Mine was actually very gentle. She was very nice this time. Like the one day where I was like, ew, here's the cramps. I'm like, but then it was like I don't know what I did. It went away fairly quickly.
Mine my uterus is trying to murder me. Hence my intense state.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Little irrational.
I did dance through it on Saturday night though, which was amazing. I don't know how I did that. It was probably for a similar reason that you've just seen here, but yeah, I managed. And then Sunday I was like, yeah, your body hates you.
What did I do before? Oh, I did this I did East Vale hike, and it goes up to a waterfall, but you You have to use ropes to get up to the top.
That's crazy.
6 ropes, and it's like, you'd be pretty confident. Like, I was like, okay, don't look down. I mean, at points where
I'm afraid of heights. I don't even know if I could do it.
And the descent, like to get down to was like even more intense.
Scary.
Like, you had to have it was very like arm strength. I would have definitely like, I'll bring gloves the next time I do it. I would do it again. You know, I would do it again when maybe a little bit later spring, you know. So it wasn't.
Does it get like muddy or anything if it rains?
It does, and it's super slippery. There's some where you're like on a rock face, like.
Yeah.
Nice. I have some cool pictures. I have to actually get one of the.
How many days did you pay for that after the fact, though?
I think just the one, because that was also
2. It was at least 2.
But we had also, I had been good and had started,
we've been doing squats,
morning Mondays, like, so.
She was prepared. It was 2 for sure, though.
My sister wants to do TikTok dances. Like, she wants to learn the choreo.
You're gonna have to do them on Instagram, baby, because we ain't doing TikToks no more. I know, I'd be terrified too, but it sounds also like an amazing time. So, you
yes.
If I didn't think about my likelihood of dying on the side of a mountain,
I think in the sense that they're probably like the whole using the carabiners, there were knots where with the loops that you could probably clip into, I guess.
What do you mean you guess? You weren't wearing a harness?
No, girl.
Oh my goodness gracious. No, ma'am.
No one said anything about a harness.
No one said anything about a harness.
Someone said they brought their kids. Someone said they had their dog. It did say you are doing a vertical climb. I read the reviews. We were ready for it. I went with Kayla, who is younger than me and more. She is the only person that I know that would do it with me. And the only one that would encourage me to do it, knowing she knows my capabilities. We have hiked and done 14 years together. So
shout out, Kayla.
And I haven't done that in a minute. So he's going to come back up this week. Sister, is a waterfall. Does Emily want to go? No, I know. Emily would not want to go. No, she would not. She would get to that first rope and be like, nah. But the waterfalls were cool. I mean, and there was, even before you got to the ropes, there was a decent hike and to a waterfall. So it wouldn't be totally wasted if someone wanted to do it short.
Before you got to the ropes, there was other parts of the hike?
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure that's not what those people took their children to?
No, she said they did the ropes. I think I would have to go back, but she definitely said that they did the
I'm saying no harness. That don't even sound right to me. She could have died, y'all. She could have died. She didn't have no gloves for them ropes.
I mean, there were other people doing the same damn thing, so without harness, other people were doing it.
I always base it based on the people that are there. Like
everybody else, like
if that guy could do it, I could do it. And I'm like huffing and puffing, like, oh well, maybe I underestimated myself or overestimated.
No,
I like to hike though. I mean, you hike a lot, so that's.
I used to, not this season. That was my first. That was like my first one.
Really?
Yeah, but. Workout mornings. That's
You're welcome.
I was ready.
So prepared you a little bit.
But no, it did. It felt good. It was a challenge. It was why I was late to our meeting.
Oh my God.
Stop it, sister.
So dumb. I can't with you. Well, I'm proud of you for doing it. It sounds like you had an amazing time.
Yes.
I danced this weekend. That was it.
Hey, do everyone, get up and move. I think that's the lesson, like whatever suits you. Chair dancing. I told people.
I'm chair dancing. Oh yeah.
When I had knee surgery, I did look up like, exercises. So like I can't not move, or not exercise or whatever, because I'm typically a walker or a runner or a,
She said I'm not wrong. Yeah, no, I'm glad that you did that and that you were encouraged to do that. I like getting out on adventures and stuff, but I am afraid of heights, so I would definitely have worn a harness for that one, because that sounds suspect.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, now lesson learned. If anyone wants to do that hike with me, I've got suggestions, and I should go onto the All Trails and leave suggestions. Like, as a first time doing this one, this is what I would suggest.
Yeah.
What else? Don't forget, if you want to talk with us, any topics, information in your state where cannabis is maybe going legal, call us for consulting. Be in the room where you're at. Check out your local NORML, NORML, cannabiscloset420@gmail.com.
That's us.
That's us.
That's our Instagram down there. Scrolling. Don't worry about TikTok.
Keep the discussions going. Bye, TikTok.
Bye, TikTok.
Peace. We'll edit that out after today. Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram, because we're trying to get to 1,000, and it's going to take us a minute, but we're going to get there, and we're going to give away a cool little dude, and you got to name it to claim it when the giveaway happens. Any Halloween specials?
Oh, my sister reminded me that it is Spanish Heritage Month. Hispanic Heritage Month.
Actually, we can absolutely plan something for on or about, and somewhere in the middle, maybe, for a Halloween show. As I was speaking to you earlier and telling you that I had somebody approach me and say, I would love to come smoke with y'all, and I can come. So, like, yeah. If you don't remember, I'll tell you later. We're not going to spoil a surprise. But I think, yeah, we should definitely do some fun stuff in October. Yeah, absolutely. I can't promise you I'm going to put any weird paint on my beautiful face, but I'll
put regular makeup on my face. Like I will make up some makeup. I'll do makeup.
And such. Yeah, let's have a Halloween party. Maybe we'll have a whole Halloween party where some of y'all maybe will come in too.
Yeah, join us.
You know why,
sister? You know why. Stop it.
Probably not. Yeah, I think that maybe we can, even if you guys want to dress up and show off your Halloween costumes, can even do some stuff like that.
Ooh.
Invite some guests
are we gonna do like a dual costume, or are we going rogue? Like eat into it?
I don't know.
I'm gonna do a series. You know what? Honestly, like maybe every October episode, I'll.
No, they can come on.
Do a costume.
They can literally come on the show. We could literally send a link to somebody.
Yeah, everyone can join us.
Yeah.
What can we do? 10 at a time?
Yeah. Well, including us, 8. So it would be 8 including us. Or 7 including us and you. Or whatever. So yeah, we'll talk about that. We got some time to plan a Halloween show. So yeah, we'll definitely put some thought into that. It's a great idea. Any
I do love costumes.
Does that say customs?
It does say customs.
Do you?
Probably, sure. That too.
I love going through customs. It sounds like a thrill. It sounds like a thrill.
Ooh. Anyone notice that I look like Waldo today?
I was waiting on you to mention it. I didn't want to mention it.
I also have navy pants on. It's my most favorite outfit. It's my Where's Waldo outfit. And these are actually my glasses. I do wear these glasses for reals. These are prescription.
Oh my goodness.
So this is my first costume. Kicking off October.
Yay.
Starting
early.
The rest of October.
Oh, you know
I'm
what
gonna
we
wear a
could do?
costume.
We could have a costume contest. A
costume contest.
What are we gonna do for that? Let's figure that out. There's got to be something we can do for a costume contest. And that could include people sending us like pictures of, it would have to be like a dated picture so that we know that it's like happening now and not some old shit. Let's talk about that too.
Yeah, they could pop on. So like maybe if we can't have, if there are more than 8 people, then we,
No, I mean like we could have like a whole ass like contest where people can submit entries maybe. That's what
shows in between.
We'll talk about it. We'll do like
email.
We'll do like a work Wednesday talk about it. We'll talk about it. Yeah. Okay. So it's decided that at least there's going to be some costumes happening around Halloween time. We just have to figure out where that goes and how we're going to do it.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think we'll figure out a giveaway or something too. Put something together for you guys. So, anything else?
Scroll up.
For what? Every time I typed it. What? You know why.
You know why.
I don't know. Anyways, hey, listen, I'm going to smoke a bowl on the way out, but I want y'all to do me a favor and do yourselves a favor and be very nice to yourself. Put your mask on first before you assist others.
Cultivate love. Be kind to others. Be kind to yourself.
Stay lifted.
Stay lifted. Love you all. Thank you all for joining
around the world. Stay lifted around the world.
Stay lifted. We are the Cannabis Closet podcast with Canna Queen and MJ. Thank you again so much, everyone that tuned in. Please join us, share us, love us. We love you. Peace.
Yay. Are you hitting the button? I'm hitting the button.
I don't know.